Welcome back to Honoring Our Kings, celebrating Black fatherhood.
Well, when I first heard about our next honoree, I said, the world needs to know this story and lift up the men who are literally standing in the gap and holding everything together for their families. I want you to meet now Charles Johnson, y'all.
I am Charles S. Johnson IV. I am 40 years old, and I'm a proud native of Atlanta, Georgia. I am the extremely proud father to two magnificent boys. Charles is 6 and Langston is 5. Being a father is the fulfillment of my purpose in life. No! For me, I wanted to be able to really just be over the top, particularly being a single father. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about my relationship with my late wife, Kira. We're talking about a woman that raced cars, that ran marathons, was a skydiver.
Beautiful Palm Springs. Daddy surprised me.
As soon as she found out she was pregnant with Charles, she started planning his first birthday party. We welcomed our first son in September of 2014. So when we found out we were welcoming a second son, Langston, we were over the moon.
Hi, Daddy.
On April 12th of 2016, Langston was born perfectly healthy. After the delivery, Kira's resting, and that's when everything took a turn for the worse. I can see that there's blood in the catheter coming from her bedside. And so I bring it to the attention of the doctors and the nurses, and they ordered a CT scan that was supposed to perform stat. And so 5 o'clock comes, but no CT scan. It wasn't until after midnight that they finally made the decision to take Kira back to surgery. And I'm holding her hand, and she's saying to me, baby, I'm scared. And I'm telling her everyth's gonna be okay. And the double doors open to the OR, and they close behind her, and that was the last time I saw Kira alive. For me, trying to help a toddler make sense of that, at 3 in the morning, holding a child who's crying out for their mother, and just screaming, crying uncontrollably for a mother that you know will never walk through those doors, there's nothing harder than that, because there's nothing that can fill that void of Kira not being here.
Let me see a big kick.
As I began to try and put the pieces back together, people began to share stories with me about other women who had passed away during childbirth. And that's when I began to do the research for myself. Black women are dying 4 to 5 times as often as their Caucasian counterparts. Right now in America, we're in the midst of a maternal mortality crisis. As I was raising awareness, I felt like, what is it that I can do that can impact significant institutional level change? For Kira for Moms is a nonprofit organization that we founded in honor of Kira. I had the opportunity to go to Capitol Hill and testify in support of the first ever piece of federal legislation to prevent mothers from dying in childbirth, and proud to say that that was signed into law in 2018.
It's time for us to stop telling our children that they can change the world and show them how it's done.
My hope is that in 10 to 15 years, we will be talking about the maternal mortality crisis in the United States in a historical context. Although there's nothing I can do to bring Kira back, the highest honor we can pay her is to do everything we can to send other mothers home with their precious babies.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You
Joining
are-
us now from his home in Smyrna, Georgia, here's Charles Johnson IV.
Respect and honor are not even words that begin to measure what we feel for what you're doing, how you've taken one of the most, as we're watching her on the tape, I can't believe that this happened. So I can't imagine what you were feeling when you see that.
Yeah, I just want to salute you and honor the grace in which you have been fathering these two boys, man, and I stand in awe. Bless you.
True, true, true.
Bless you.
True that. I read that Kira spoke 5 languages. So how are you incorporating her into their lives? How do you keep her involved?
Kira was the closest thing I've ever known to a superhero, right? She just defied all expectations and boundaries of any human that I ever met. I really try to keep Kira present in everything that we do, right?
Yeah.
And I try to honor her in a lot of the decisions that I make and expose them to a lot of the things that their mother was so enthusiastic about.
Well, it's clear that you honor her, obviously, through your organization, For Kira, For Moms. So what do you want to say to couples who are concerned about a mother's well-being during childbirth?
What happened to Kira should have never happened.
Right.
Her walking into that hospital and not walking out to raise her boys, I still can't get my mind around what happened. So what happened in Kira's case and what happens in the cases of many of our African-American women is that it's not just system failures that are failing these mothers, but it's failures of humanity.
Yeah.
It is the inability for care providers to see and value these Black mothers in the same way that they would their mother, their sister, their aunt. And what's happening is when they're delaying, when they are not getting the treatment they deserve, it's having catastrophic and far too often fatal consequences. So mothers in our country deserve much better, and we're gonna make sure that they get it.
Amen.
Do you think you and your boys are living the dream that Kira had for you all?
Whew. Wow. I've been asked a lot of questions, but that is by far the heaviest question I've ever been asked. And Kira and I talked about raising men that would change the world. Kira will be proud, and I know that she's proud of the amazing men that her sons are growing to be. And so that's really the most important thing to me.
They have a wonderful example, sir. You are doing the work, and your boys are seeing that.
Yeah.
God bless you.
God bless. Stay right there, Charles.
Thank you both so much.
More. We're going to get us some Kleenexes.
Yeah.
And then we'll be right back.
How's she been eating?
I mean, okay, I guess. You know, she, I mean, for the most part, I think it's fine. Every once in a while, she's sleeping. I may let it go like an extra hour or something.
And how about you? How are you doing?
It's not really about me.
So. How is Maddie? Is she okay?
Look, I know I ain't perfect. I know that. I'm actually nothing. I'm a joke, okay?
Matt, you're not a joke. Maddie's doing great. She's moved up to the 60th percentile in weight and 70th in height. You can start feeding her when she's hungry. Look, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but your wife would be very proud of you.
Okay, so that was a scene from the new film called Fatherhood, which is based on a true story, very similar to your story, Charles. And when we told the star of that film about you, about your wife and sons, he wanted to meet you, even if it's over Zoom, because he's working on a film set right now. Joining us now, Kevin Hart. Hi, Kevin, all the way from Budapest.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Man? How are you?
We're both good.
I'm good. First and foremost, man, I just want to say that your strength, your ability to stand after such a tremendous blow and be the father that you are to your kids, it motivates and inspires me to be a better man, to be a better father, to be more present, to understand that there's so much more purpose. I hope you also understand that you have an amazing angel over you that's watching everything that you're doing. And you have 2 kids that are going to be an amazing reflection of your time, energy, and love that you're putting out there. Amen. I love you from afar, and I just from hearing your story, and I mean that.
Man, first of all, Kevin, thank you so much. I love you right back. I want you to know that we are grateful. We are extremely grateful for you using your platform to bring attention to this extremely necessary conversation. So from the bottom of my heart, brother, I just want to thank you.
Wow. Thank you for joining us all the way from Budapest. Thank you.
Love you, Mama.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Peace, bro.
Pleasure, guys.
Take it easy, Charles.
Thank you all so much.